Hello and welcome to What the Flick. I'm Matt Atchity. This is Christy Lemire of ChristyLemire.com and RogerEbert.com. I'm exhausted today.
Why are you so tired?
I tweeted this morning, I'm wiped.
What's in there? Might that help, whatever's in it?
Sadly, it's not coffee, it's just water.
Okay, I'm having tea. So daylight saving time happened.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not in the US, if you're watching us from parts abroad, daylight saving time happened and it's like the stupidest, most archaic thing in the world.
It's brutal. Yeah, and so it was just, I don't know, like I was driving in today and I was like, I could just pull over and go to sleep right now. I was unusually tired. On the 405? Yeah, unusually tired.
Well, congrats for coming in. Thank you for coming in, so it's not just me talking by myself to the camera.
I'm here for everybody. Yeah, Alonzo is in
South by Southwest. He did a panel on queer cinema.
Ben is in Atlanta, I suppose.
Yes, I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
Yeah, so I'm just tired. And I didn't do anything particularly great this weekend.
And you're going to Austin.
And I'm going to Austin
tomorrow.
Yeah.
The main thing I did is I had this new thing on my website, as you know, my little Christy by request thing that I have started. So people send me ideas on Twitter about what to review, and then my kid picks one randomly and I review it. So the movie that came up this week was A Bridge Too Far, the 3-hour-long World War II epic starring, like, name somebody famous. Like Sean Connery, Laurence Olivier, Ryan O'Neal, Robert Redford, Liv Ullmann. And it's 3 hours long. It's very, very long. So Richard Attenborough directed it, who directed Gandhi. He makes he made very, very long movies. There's probably a really interesting 2-hour-long movie there about this, real life failed Allied attempt to secure these bridges and how it all goes wrong. It's just very long. And so Nick walks in halfway through, he goes, "This looks boring. Is it boring?" Yeah, pretty much. But it's very, very well made. So I did that, then I wrote a review of it. So that's on my website. I've gotten very divisive responses. People either love this movie or they're like, yeah, it's super long and boring.
Yeah, Midway's like that.
Yes, epics.
Yeah, Midway is this epic that everybody's in and you're like, come on.
Yes. It eventually has to end. The war ended, this movie can too.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Originally had thought, we'll talk about this in the box office, and maybe I'm part of the problem. Wrinkle in Time didn't do very well this weekend, and the initial screening a week and a half ago, my wife was all excited. She wanted to go. She wanted to, Gabe would come with us, and we were going to go. And then she had some other thing that night, and then wanted to go Tuesday night, but then she couldn't make it on Tuesday. And she's like, "Well, take Gabe." I'm like, Gabe doesn't even care.
Has he read the book?
He has read the book, but Gabe didn't. He wasn't as excited about it as some other movies. He was kind of on the fence, and then so I just went by myself because my wife had kept saying, "Oh, well, we'll all go see it together this weekend."
Eventually.
We'll all go see it when it opens.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and then I saw it on Tuesday night. She's like, "So how is it?" I'm like, "Yeah, you guys can go by yourself."
Interesting, right. So
and then they didn't go.
Okay, so they didn't make like $45 that they could have made.
Right.
Thanks to you guys bailing on Ava DuVernay.
Yeah, that's my fault, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say it didn't do very well. It did what? Like lower
$33 million.
Right, it's a $100 million movie.
Right, did
That's
$33
just
million.
to make it, right? That was not like the massive amounts of promotion they have also done at Disney, correct?
Probably,
Is $100 million just it's just Oprah's trailer? Basically, it's very glamorous. No, she radiates from within. She looks like that just from her inner glory shining through.
Yeah, so Black Panther made another $41 million. It's #1 at the box office.
For like the 5th week in a row.
I think, is it week 4th?
It's just
4th week.
It's just a part of the fiber of our being at this point. It's never not been there.
Right, and so Wrinkle in Time only got $33 million. So Disney beat itself at the box office this weekend.
But that's an amazing, unprecedented thing that you have two films by Black filmmakers, 1 and 2, that are both, big, ambitious spectacles that are, appealing to big audiences. I feel like A Wrinkle in Time is a movie that would have legs, though, and it's pretty much the only thing that the whole family can go and see this weekend. I mean, the main movie opening this week is Tomb Raider. And that's going to be a very PG-13 movie. I'm seeing it tomorrow. Have you seen Tomb Raider yet?
I have not.
I'm seeing it tomorrow. You're going to miss it. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you all about it on What the Flick this week. But
I'm going to be busy tomorrow night at the Hula Hut in Austin.
Oh my God, you've already got your tiki plans.
I do.
I feel like A Wrinkle in Time is the kind of movie where, especially because a lot of schools are starting to be in spring break.
Oh, okay.
I suspect that will have a decent hold on for its second week. I don't think it will plummet. It's second week, so maybe it'll do okay.
Yeah, hopefully it stays on. Yeah. Look, like the more I think about that movie, the more it God, again, we talked about this last week. Like it's so close to working, and then the third act just is kind of a mess.
Yes.
And it's,
I admire what it's trying to do.
Right. I will always prefer a movie that swings for the fences, right? Somebody who tries something out of the box. That movie makes me think of every time I'm always excited to see a Terry Gilliam movie. And
they're always gonna be strange.
Right, and anymore, like he's, when his movies don't work, it's still like, ooh, that's something I never saw before.
Right, it's original, it's challenging.
Yeah, and so I think that's what's going on here. It's too bad that, and I don't know how I would have fixed it, but it's just not there.
You know what? We talk about how movies are too long. This one could have been a little bit longer.
Really?
Yeah, I do think so, because I think it could have developed what happens as you reach the climax in a way that allows more time for more tension, for more character development, because the problem I suspect that we all have with it, or a lot of us have with it, is that it wraps up pretty fast. Like all of a sudden, figured it out.
Right.
And I suspect if they took a little more time, perhaps they tested too quickly forward in time.
Maybe.
So that's my thing. I mean, usually we all say, ugh, what time is it? But like this could have used a little more development.
All right.
So.
I'm looking at what rounded out the top 10. And so another one that actually made it into theaters, let's see. Strangers Pray at Night was number 3.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
They didn't show it to us.
The other new movie, Hurricane Heist.
Oh my God, so they did not show us Hurricane Heist.
Did you go see it?
I did not, but Alonzo did, and Katie Walsh at the LA Times did, and like everyone's Twitter feed is like, oh my God, Hurricane Heist is so good. Like so bad it's good, like Piranha 3D Sharknado, bad it's good. So I kind of think like, it's a heist during a hurricane from one of the people who directed a Fast and Furious movie or two. It could be like dumb fun.
We tried watching at home Hard Rain a couple weeks ago.
What's Hard Rain?
That's, oh my God.
I'm blanking on what Hard Rain is.
Hard Rain is Christian Slater as a armored car driver, or one of the guards in an armored car with, what's his name? The voice in Up. Ed Asner.
This is not a new movie, clearly.
Right, it's an older movie. He and Ed Asner get stuck in this town that's flooding, and the local sheriff, played by Morgan Freeman, puts a crew together, and they decide they're gonna steal the money from the armored car.
Oh, fun.
And then so there's chases in the water and jet ski chases through town, and it's awful.
It's good, dumb fun. So I suspect that Hurricane Heist also is good, dumb fun.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be a good catch-up movie one of these days.
As we're talking about the top 10, you know what did not make it into the top 10?
What is that?
Gringo.
Wow. How much did it make?
2.6 million.
That is terrible. I think probably even based on the expectations they might have had for how it would do. That's really, really bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. Don't go see it.
Given that cast and everything.
I know,
wow.
I know. We only have a little bit of time left, but I know that you were getting a lot of heat on your reaction to that.
To what?
To both Gringo and Wrinkle in Time, as did Katie Walsh, as did, I saw a bunch of female critics get a bunch of heat about being softer on one than the other. Ironically, I didn't get any of that, even though we had pretty much the same reaction.
It's fun being a girl on Twitter, the idea that we've all gone soft. The idea that we're giving people a pass based on their gender or their ethnicity or whatever, and no, we want movies to be good, and when they're not, we talk about it. And when they are, we do talk about it.
And Wrinkle in Time is rough, but Gringo is a disaster.
It is, so don't see that. But this week we have Tomb Raider. Your big spectacle of the week is Tomb Raider.